Episode 10, The Moving Truck. One of the hardest lessons about growing up in Terrace Gardens was learning how quickly the people disappeared. One day they were part of the routine, the next day they were gone. No longer goodbye, no warning, just gone. And the neighborhood would keep moving like nothing happened. That morning started like any other. The courtyard was loud before noon, basketball slamming the pavement, kids yelling across the buildings. Somebody blasting go-go music loud enough to shake the windows. Dre and Peanut were arguing about a football play that never actually happened. JoJo stood near, explaining another $1 million business idea that nobody believed in. And I was sitting on the stoop, my notebook open, watching and writing, trying to understand the world around me. That's when I noticed something strange. Across the courtyard, Maya's apartment door kept opening and closing, over and over. Boxes were starting to appear at the sidewalk. At first I didn't think much of it. People move furniture around all the time. But then I noticed something else. The boxes weren't coming back inside. They were stacking up, one after another. Maya carried them slowly down the stairs. Her movements looked tired, careful, like she was trying not to drop anything, even though the boxes were heavier than they looked. I stood up. Dre noticed me watching. Hey, what's she doing? Peanut shrugged. Probably cleaning. I didn't answer. Something in my chest already knew that wasn't it. When I walked across the courtyard, I saw the truck. An old pickup parked along the curb. The bed was already half full. A couch, 2 plastic storage bins, dresser wrapped in a blanket. The kind of moving job that looked rushed. The kind people did when they didn't have much time. Maya stood near the stairs holding another box. When she saw me walking over, she tried to smile, but it didn't reach her eyes. Hey, she said. Hey, I looked at the truck. You moving stuff around? She hesitated, then exhaled slowly. No. We leaving. The words landed like a rock in my chest. Leaving? Where? My aunt's house. Where's that? She looked towards the ground. Across town. The courtyard noise faded in my ears. Why? She ain't answer right away. Then she said it quietly. We got evicted. The word existed everywhere in neighborhoods like ours. You heard it in conversations. You heard it in arguments between adults. But hearing it connect to someone you cared about felt different. When? I asked. Today. Today. Not next week, not next month. Right now. Behind me, the basketball game continued. Kids still laughing. Music still blasting. The world hadn't noticed anything yet, but everything suddenly felt different for me. Why didn't you tell me? I asked. Maya shrugged. Shoot, I just found out yesterday too. She tried to smile again. I guess summer ended kind of early for us, huh? I didn't laugh because suddenly something hit me. All the time I thought we had, all the conversations that never happened, all the things I figured we'd get around to eventually, there wasn't going to be time anymore. The truck kept filling up. People around the courtyard started noticing. In Terrace Gardens, everyone understood what eviction looked like. Some people watched quietly from the windows. Some came downstairs without saying anything. Miss Sheila walked over carrying containers of food. Take these for the road, she told Maya's mom. Jose helped lift the couch onto the truck. Even Nardo carried a lamp down the stairs for once he didn't ask for money. That was one of the strange things about the neighborhood. People could argue every day, but when someone was leaving like that, everybody helped. By the afternoon, the truck was nearly full. The courtyard had gotten quieter. Maya stood near the sidewalk holding a small backpack, the kind you grab when you don't know how long you'll be gone. I walked over, so, this is really happening? She nodded. For now. My mom says we might come back someday. The word might floated in the air between us. We both understood what it meant. Probably not. We stood there for a minute. Neither of us knew what to say. The whole situation felt too big for regular words. Finally, she looked at my notebook. You still writing? Yeah. You gonna write about all this one day, right? Probably. She smiled a little bit. Just make sure I'm in the story. I nodded. You already are. She hugged me, quick, tight, like she didn't want the moment to last too long. Then she stepped back. Because people from places like Terrace Gardens learn something early. If you stay in emotional moments too long, they get harder to leave. The truck engine started. Her mother called her name. Maya climbed into the passenger seat. Before the door closed, she looked back one last time at the buildings, at the basketball court, at the courtyard, at me. Then the truck pulled away, slowly disappearing down the street. The courtyard looked the same way afterwards. Some buildings, same cracked pavement, same basketball game, but something felt missing. Like a small piece of the neighborhood had been quietly removed, and nobody knew if it would ever come back. That night, I sat by the window again with my notebook. The courtyard lights buzzed softly. Dre and Peanut were arguing about a basketball game. JoJo was still talking about business ideas. Life in Terrace Gardens kept moving, like it always did. But the spot near Maya's building felt empty. I stared at the page for a long time before writing. But in my journal I wrote, sometimes the people who change your life the most don't stay very long. Maybe that's part of the lesson. Maybe God lets certain people cross your path for a reason, not forever, just long enough to leave something behind. Maybe growing up means learning that not every goodbye comes with a warning. Some just arrive and leave you standing there trying to understand what happened. Episode 10, A Moving Truck.